So we all know I have very sparse brows due to overplucking, and I want to show you the difference of filling in the brow free-handed, just following the natural lines versus outlining it first. So this brow, I just took the pencil at my starting point and filled in the hairs in small hair-like strokes. Nothing wrong with that. And when I'm in a rush, I tend to do that every single day. But let me show you the difference when you outline it first. So when you fill in your brows, if you go ahead and outline the top part of your brow first, just do a small outline above it, like where you're going to fill it in naturally, and then also outline underneath, kind of like you're drawing a stencil almost. And I have to fill this whole part of my brow in because I am missing so much hair. And I know where to start because I use a little tool sometimes. Because I'm missing so much hair, I have this little brow tool that tells me exactly where to start my brow hair. But I know where it is at this point. The other way you can gauge where to start if you're also sparse like me is if you hold the pencil perpendicular to the base of your nose, you can see that's where the hair should start. So I outlined my brow. Nothing is filled in yet. I just the top and bottom outline. And now I'm going to start filling it in. I'm going to start filling it in from the back to the front. Having, especially if you're blonde, having the darker in the back is better for you. Now I'm super dark. I have dark hair, so it really doesn't matter that much for me. I just want to show you the difference of the fullness and shape that this gives me versus just freehanding it and following what I thought would be my natural shape. Look at the difference in those two brows. Can you see how this one just looks more shapely and it looks thicker? Because I didn't cut off, I didn't cut off the area on the ends where the hair should be filled in. This is thinner over here versus this is a little thicker. So you can see the difference. I mean, it's similar, but this side is definitely more pronounced, and I think it looks more even and more arched versus this is thinner. So as you can see, they're similar, but this brow just looks more shapely and it looks like it's fuller throughout the whole brow versus this brow looks like it's too thin from here out. So try filling your brows in by outlining them first, like a stencil, and then filling the brow hairs in. If you use a brow tint, do the filling in with a pencil first, then do the brow tint over it for giving more volume. I can't use brow tint because I'm missing so much hair right here, and brow tint needs to have hair to stick to it. So I fill in the extra with a dark shadow, and I'll show you what I do. So I take a dark shadow. I just use one of our eyeshadows, and I take my liner brush and I fill in a little extra with the shadow because I'm missing so much hair here. I need to fill in that gap a little better. If you are lighter than me, a color that'd be great for you to use in your brow hair is most likely hazelnut. If you're a blonde or a darker blonde, that's probably going to be the color you would use to do this. So I tried to make my other side match a little better since I filled them in two different ways. So I think I did a decent job at making them match. But just keep in mind, your brows are sisters, they're not twins. So they're not going to be perfect, they're not going to be identical, and that's very normal. So I hope those brow tips helped you. Try filling them in first, stenciling it in, then filling in the hair, and see if you get a more shapely, fuller looking brow. And there we have it. Full makeup is complete, brows are on, and yes, there's nothing better than a spray tan. That's why I'm tan. I wish I could get this dark naturally, but what a confidence boost a little spray tan does. No wonder these teenagers are addicted to self-tanner. Finished look, brows fixed, little bronzy eye, and of course, a spray tan. That's why I'm tan. I wish I could be this tan on my best day in the summer, but I can't. I'm having photos taken tomorrow, so I need it to be less pasty white. So stay tuned for new pictures. That'll be fun. And if you have any questions about brows, let me know.